Beloved, in the light that walks as us all, we radiate love to all. Welcome back, or welcome for the first time. We are still inside the current that began on 8/8, the age of embodied light is here, walking as us. Not a moment that has passed, but a wave still carrying us forward. In episode 1, we discovered together that the field has already found you. Not in search, not in striving, but because the field has always been here, moving as your very breath. We stepped into the truth that this is the present tense of heaven. Not far away, not later, now. The field is unconditional love. The field is living light. And when the light walks as you, there is nothing to chase, nothing to hold, only the recognition that the source has always been here. And once you've tasted this, beloved, once you've felt this, there's no going back to believing the old limits. Your light is unstoppable. The river has no reverse. Since our last gathering, the field has been moving in ways that continue to astonish me, and also many others. One evening, recently, I found myself in a concert hall. The music was already alive, but then something unexpected happened. From deep within, the command rose. Let my ecstasy expand and flood everything now. And beloved, it did. The field poured itself into every note, into every seat, into every person present. The whole hall seemed to lift. Standing ovations broke out, not as polite applause, but as something greater that had carried everyone beyond themselves. Later, my companion that night turned to me, astonished. He shared with me, I've never experienced anything like this. It was an explosion of joy. The joy was so unexpected, so natural, that it kept unfolding long after the concert ended. He told me later that he has dreamed again and again of that night, not only of the music, but of the radiance itself. And the night wasn't finished yet. We stepped into the origin chamber for a short and simple birthday invocation. When he stepped out of the chamber, stumbling in love, he embraced me and whispered, "Thank you." And in that embrace, it was as if a shockwave of light pulsed outward. Even the geometry of the moon itself seemed to reveal Eden's design. A reminder that the heavens too bear witness to what is happening here. What struck me most is this: once that current moves through you, it cannot be undone. You might forget for a moment. You might question, but the river has no reverse. And it didn't stop there. In another moment, over something as ordinary as brunch, the field revealed itself again. In the middle of a restaurant, in the middle of a conversation, the light rose so fully that it was undeniable. My beautiful friend, she recognized her own light. There was a moment of true recognition. We both experienced ourselves as the light, as who we truly are. Joy spilled out into laughter. Every time truth was spoken, the whole space, the whole restaurant seemed to glow brighter. And even the sun seemed to mirror it instantly, not just for the two of us, but for everyone present in that restaurant. Others just couldn't help but smile, caught in the natural overflow of joy. That joy belonged to no one and also belonged to everyone. This is what I want you to feel, beloved. Not that your experience must look the same, but that the field is alive in ordinary places, in music halls, in restaurants, and even through a picture shared on a screen. One friend told me, after seeing such a photo online, that it stirred in her the very miracle, the very awakening she had prayed for since 2012. Simply to remember her love again. This is what the field does. It moves through us, surprising us, carrying us, igniting us. And once the field has touched you like this, even once, the current has shifted. The river has no reverse. Beloved, awakening through remembrance is not about gaining something new. It is the uncovering of what has always been true. It is not a gift that can be given and then taken away. It is the recognition of what has always been here, hidden in plain sight, waiting for the moment to shine through. And once that recognition arises, your inner compass shifts forever. Even if the mind tries to return to the old ways, something deeper has already reoriented within you. You may still hear echoes of the past, but you will know that sometimes what you hear is only the echo, an echo that no longer belongs to you. Beloved, even as you hear this now, notice, are there echoes in your own life that feel less and less like yours? The field is already doing its work within you. It can sound familiar, but when you listen closely, you realize it's not yours anymore. The field knows the difference. This is why you don't need to force or manage the process. The light plays you perfectly. Every note is brought into tune without effort. The whole orchestra of your being harmonized without you needing to conduct. And here is the way of discernment. What comes from wholeness, that is for you. What arises from the field, from the light that walks as you, is always whole. What comes from lack, from fear, from trying to control, is not. The field makes this distinction clear, not as judgment, but as a gentle reorientation towards what is true and what is real. Whatever arises from your wholeness, whether it looks worldly or spiritual, sacred or ordinary, it will never deplete you. Wholeness multiplies radiance. Lack dissolves in the current. Wholeness makes your radiance increase effortlessly. And remember, ego and mind are not enemies. They are simply not the drivers. They are instruments. And when the light moves them, they become glorious, like violins carried by a greater music. This is what I call the great softening. The place that felt once clenched begins to release, where the jaw relaxes gently, where the heart opens softly and sweetly, where the soul remembers it does not need to grip the river's edge. You can trust the current. You can let it carry you. And here is something I feel so deeply in this time. There are places the masters of old could not go, not because they lacked courage, but because the earth herself was not yet ready. The currents weren't ripe. The time was not yet. But now, the time is right. The time is here. The field carries us there without hesitation, beyond what was previously possible, to a shared destiny, not away from the world, but in it. A world transfigured into heaven. This is irreversibility. Once the light has moved through you, there is no going back. Your light is unstoppable. Your love has seeded the terrain of heaven. And the river itself now carries the world forward. We have crossed the threshold. The turning cannot be undone. The river has no reverse. Beloved, let's take this from words into breath, from story into your own living body. We'll begin with a simple one breath mantra. Inhale gently, and inside yourself say, I receive the light. Exhale, and inside say, it carries me forward. Again, inhale, I receive the light. Exhale, it carries me forward. Once more, I receive the light. Exhale, it carries me forward. Even now, the river is moving. It is carrying you. Now, let's rest together in the current. Close your eyes if you wish. Imagine you are sitting in the middle of a wide, golden blue river. The water is warm, alive, moving forward without rush, without pause. Feel it touching your shoulders, your heart, your back, gently carrying you. You don't need to swim. You don't need to direct it. The current knows exactly where it is going. Every breath is part of its movement. Every cell in your being is carrying it forward. And with each moment, a deeper ease arrives. The river has no reverse. Notice how the river does not ask you to try. It doesn't ask you to prove yourself. It simply holds you, moves you, carries you. Because forward is its only nature. Rest here, beloved. Let the river carry you. Let the light carry you. There is nothing more to do. as you return to your breath. Remember, this current is alive in you always. It carries you forward in every step, every choice, every joy. Beloved, feel this for yourself. The river that is carrying you forward is not separate from the river carrying the whole world. Your ease is the world's ease. The river has no reverse. Before we seal the transmission today, beloved, I invite you to turn your listening inward, not to me, but to the field moving in you. Sometimes the river shows itself in quiet ways, sometimes in great waves. It doesn't matter which one. The current is the same. So let these questions drift through you like water flowing past your skin. Don't reach, just notice which one the field responds to in you. Where in my life has something quietly lost its pull? Not because I forced it, but because it no longer fits the current I'm in. What new clarity or insight has come to me recently that I cannot unsee, no matter how hard I try? Where have I felt joy, ease, or lightness for no obvious reason? And could that be the river carrying me forward? The answers are already moving as you. The river knows your way. The river has no reverse. And as in the beginning, remember, the field has already found you. And now, beloved, it carries us forward together in Eden sunlight, unstoppable, radiant, whole. Beloved, as we come to a close, let this truth settle deep. The light is not outside you. The light walks as you. You don't have to chase it. You don't have to hold it. It is here, breathing, shining, loving through you. And as it rises, you may notice it is rising everywhere, in hearts across the world, faster than we ever imagined. This is the age of embodied light, spreading like dawn, moving quickly, quietly, irresistibly. It cannot be stopped because it is who we are. And so the field of love flows to you now. May the light you carry shine without fear. May every step be guided by the current that knows your way. May you remember always, the river has no reverse. And know this, beloved, the radiance within you is not dimming, but growing. Like Eden's own sunlight, it rises effortlessly, warms without limit, and awakens the garden of heaven in the world around you. This is the destiny of love. To walk forward as you, to bloom through you, to carry us all into the remembrance of heaven on earth, here and now. The river flows as us. The river flows forward. The river has no reverse. The light walks as you, always.